everyone, and welcome to Chuck's Potpourri, the podcast with a dash of everything and a splash of nothing. It's been a while since we did an episode, but we've got a good one for you here today. Wrestling fans, come on out. Now's your time to shine. So we got some special guests in here. You see the first one right here. He's been on the show before. The ghost hunting episode, great hit. Then the superhero episodes, my brother Andrew. Oh, there he is. He's in the house. And then on the opposite side over here, we got my other brother, Michael. And then my nephew, Mr. Tristan, TKO, in the house. Guys, how's it going?
Going good.
Good. So we got a great wrestling episode here. We're going to promote some stuff. We're going to talk a little history of wrestling and kind of go from there. I apologize for the delay in episodes. Like I said, it's been a little while. Life's been busy, but, you keep going. So we'll do a quick roundtable here. We'll go over the guests here and kind of what they do and how long they've been into wrestling. So, Andrew, we'll start with you.
Awesome. Well, I've watched wrestling for as long as I can remember. I grew up, the whole family watches it, so you just kind of pick it up, and it's just been a lifelong thing.
Yeah, that's about the same for me. So, who's next? Tristan, how long you've been into wrestling?
I've been into wrestling for a very, very long time. Since I've been born, I've been watching wrestling a lot, and I just hope AJ Styles gets another title reign.
Yeah, there we go. Mike, how about you, man?
Well, I've been watching wrestling since probably around 1982. I was watching it with my grandparents, watching it with my grandpa Jose and my grandfather Hollywood after schools, watching it on ESPN. So I've been watching it for a really, really long time.
Yeah, wrestling's always been a part of our lives, and it's still going. So, all right. Let's see. Quick one. So this is Chuck's Bites, the sports and tech news for the week. You guys are more than welcome to chime in. I'll just make these quick. I've got a quicker episode for you today. Sports-wise, Kansas City Chiefs made some moves in the draft and in free agency. So we'll see what happens there. Questions in the air about Rashee Rice and his legal troubles. So who knows what's going to happen. But we wish him the best, whether he's still going to be a Chief or not. But we'll go from there. The draft was good. We got some receivers, got some O-line, trading for some more receivers. So it's looking okay in Chiefs Kingdom right now. So we'll see how that goes. Shifting over to the basketball side for KU basketball. After a very disappointing year this year as far as the fan perspective goes, they're looking really good coming into this next season. They've got quite a few transfers coming in that are highly rated, a couple incoming freshmen. They should bounce back. We should not see a season like last year. It was very, very different from what we're used to seeing, like a 7-player rotation essentially. So they're going to bounce back.
Hunter Dickinson's coming back.
Yes, Hunter's back.
That'll be huge.
A lot of guys coming back. So we're missing out on McCullers done now.
Yeah.
A couple other seniors that were on the bench there. So, but yeah, we'll see how the transfers do, and if hopefully they can gel together. But if there's one coach out there that can put a team together, it's Bill Self. So we'll see what happens there. Tech news, there's not a whole lot. Everything's AI still. A lot of Chat GPT stuff, and there's been some new, the Humane AI pin, the Rabbit R1, which are essentially little AI things you hold around, you carry with you, you talk to them, it'll tell you stuff in real time, which is cool. But at the same time, I can Google that on my phone in the same amount of time it takes to get the question out. So we'll see how that progresses. But advancements are always great, and I'm always here for it. So yeah, that's a couple quick things there, but how about we get jumping into these topics? Um, which was topic number one. So everyone kind of touched on when they got started watching wrestling, kind of getting into it. From that time frame that you started watching it, who was like your favorite wrestler? Like who made you guys keep coming back to it? Because you watch something for the first time, like if you watch disc golf, right? So disc golf is a relatively new sport, or newer sport. I mean, it's been around for a while, but it's gaining mainstream media now. There's certain players that people watch, and then they just keep coming back and they gravitate towards that player. It's the same thing with wrestling, because that's how it was for me growing up. You watch somebody, and then the next thing you know, you're watching the next week and the next week and next week, but you just want to see that one person. Who was it for you guys that really stood out?
One of my first ones that I remember and is always going to be etched in my brain is Hulk Hogan. Hearing the Real American song come on, and he comes down carrying the flag and tearing his shirt, and that was just always a big one. When you heard that music, someone was gonna get beat up pretty bad.
Yeah, all the Hulkster. How about
For me, it was the British Bulldogs.
Ah,
Watching them in their tag team matches against the Hart Foundation and against the Rougeaus and all of them guys like that. They put on really good matches. I'd say the British Bulldogs were what got me coming back, and then that was with the WWF side, and then with the NWA/WCW, I'd say it was Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, and that feud they had with the Four Horsemen, and that one kept me, going back to them and watching both of them.
yeah. How about you, bud?
For me, it was mainly John Cena, and I liked watching him. But since he doesn't really wrestle that much anymore, I've grew towards more of AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio and all those others.
Yeah. Those are definitely good ones. I'm a big fan of AJ Styles. I've, watching him progress through the years has been great. I like the guy.
Yeah.
He's a heck of an athlete.
I remember the Steiner brothers a lot growing up too.
Oh yeah.
That was always a big one.
Rick
Steiner
and Scott.
brothers, Doom. Tag team was a lot bigger back then. You had
Yes.
a lot more names.
For sure. So kind of that's actually a good transition to our next topic here. When you see wrestling today versus the wrestling that we grew up with, it's quite a bit different.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more nowadays. It's more Hollywood focused, is what it seems like.
Yeah.
They want the big names because that's what sells. That's what get people to watch. Whereas olden days, it was the wrestlers themselves. What are your guys' thoughts on the current wrestling, how it is now, the current state of it versus, the 80s, 90s when essentially it was at its peak.
Right.
It's still obviously a big thing. But what do you guys think of that?
There was a lot of transitioning. It started out, for me anyway, in the 80s, it was Hulk Hogan. It was corny wrestling. It was colorful, heroes and villains,
Yep.
They had Sergeant Slaughter was the bad guy, Hulk Hogan's the good guy, but it was just more clear cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got into the 90s and 2000s, and it was Attitude Era, a lot more graphic stuff, blood, high-risk stuff, sexual innuendos and stuff like that. And kind of transitioning to now, it kind of got a little more towards the ring work. There's a lot better ring work in general, not, than it was for a while, specifically during the Attitude Era. And it's had a lot more focus on the women's division. There's a lot more awesome women wrestlers now than there were,
For sure.
15, 20 years ago.
Yes.
So I think that is a huge thing, and they went as far as to, women are main eventing all of these shows now. They main evented WrestleMania a couple of years back, Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting to watch the transitions and how everything goes. But I feel like it's a lot more ring work nowadays, just in general.
Yeah. Mike, how about you?
I think, excuse me, I just think there's just too many spots, not enough storytelling as
Mhm.
it was. I mean, there's not enough grappling and
Yes.
chain wrestling, basically. I'd like to see a lot more of that. They are more athletic. I mean, with those abilities they have, I understand them doing more spots and stuff like that. So, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not taking away from the current product. I love the current product. I love the way, like Andrew said, about the women's division and actually having women that can get in there and get down and wrestle, as opposed to having their bra and panty matches or stuff
Right.
like that. I mean,
Right. Right.
now you got girls that are getting in there and stealing the show,
Right.
and that's why they've gotten to where they are for the
Yeah.
main events and everything.
For sure.
They definitely earned it. The
Yeah.
women, there were women back then in the Attitude Era that could get down and wrestle,
Right.
but they was always making them have to do the bra and panty matches, and we're getting away from the focus of their actual athletic talent in the ring, which kind of it was sad for them, but they helped build what's happening now.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah, for sure. Tristan, I see you're kind of still in the same era, but yeah, but you've had something where when you were younger and stuff when John Cena was around more.
Yeah, it's starting to change, I think.
So it's a little different now, not seeing him as much, and then some of these newer guys that are popping up, like the LA Knights and stuff like that. What do you think's better, like when John Cena used to wrestle all the time, or do you like the current stuff that's going on, like kind of now?
I kind of liked it more like when John Cena used to wrestle because I would like to watch his matches a lot,
Mhm.
and like I really like that like WWE like with his storytelling and like how many title reigns that he had. It was also like really cool with all the stuff they did with him.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely different. I do like that they do expand it more. It seems like they're giving a couple more guys shots than what they used to. So
Yeah.
that's cool to see how they play out as like main event characters. I think Sting gave a great description of wrestling a long time ago. It was a soap opera with wrestling sprinkled on top, and that's essentially what it is you keep coming back the next week because you want to see what happens from the continuation from last week. So it's that storytelling piece is very key right now. I think what they're going with Cody Rhodes has been pretty good.
Yeah.
I think a lot of fans have enjoyed that, and that's coming from someone. So I don't watch it as much as I used to watch it, but I came back through in WrestleMania and watched that, and I was pretty entertained. I watched both nights, and I was entertained. I liked it. I enjoyed the product that they had.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot better storyline wise. They had, like you said, the Cody Rhodes thing. The Bloodline storyline's been going on for a couple of years now, but it's been pretty steady. It's been interesting. It's continuously building, up until the point of this past WrestleMania when Roman lost to Cody,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of the transition now they're going with Solo Sikoa and just how he's going to lead the faction now. It looks like anyway he's going to lead it until Roman comes back. So
Yeah. So, okay, we're going to move right along. 'Cause like I said, this is a little bit shorter episode than normal, but we're still going to give you lots of good stuff. So, the main reason we're talking about wrestling is there's a wrestling promotion called OCW from right here in Topeka, Kansas, that my brother Michael is the founder of. Do you want to give just a brief description of OCW and its origins and what all you see for the future?
Well, OCW was something that we all started as kids, in the bedroom and all that, wrestling in grandma's basement. We had put on our little shows, and
Right.
so that's where OCW was founded. But in 2010, we started OCW up and went through the state, went through the state athletic commission, had to go through the city, get the permits. We had to we found our wrestlers that we started off with, and some are still with us today,
Mm-hmm.
still doing the shows, and they've evolved and made the cut, over the past. But we started doing it in 2010 for just fundraisers for people in Oakland that had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we do a show, we give the money back. We don't keep any of it. We hardly have any sponsors, so me and Daniel Brown have funded out of our own pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get our expenses back, and then everything after that goes straight towards whatever charity or whatever person we're raising money for goes to them. The concessions go to them. And we've been lucky to be doing it for 14 years now, and now we got we'll be at Top City Taco Loco this week.
Yep.
Along with our uncles, the Paradise Band playing, and my brother Roger singing. Our OCW show, or our matches are going to be filmed and aired on Fox 43 at a later date. So now this will be our second show that's going to be on television. So we've come a long way from where we started at Oakland Community Center
Mhm.
to where we are today. And
Right.
it's been amazing. It's just been amazing. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of matches you guys have put on, and everything's been great.
Yeah,
So
it's always been a good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this Taco Loco event, yes, that is this coming Saturday, May the 4th at noon, from noon to
Yes.
4.
Unless you get VIP tickets, then you get in at 11.
Alright.
But the wrestling portion of that will start at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
With the TV taping starting at 2:10 to 2:50.
Okay. There you go. So that's what they got on docket. So come on out and listen to some live music and get some good food and maybe a margarita or two.
And don't forget to buy Tristan's little Cinco de Mayo bags for $10.
Uh-oh.
Tell him what's in your bag, son.
There is a Cinco de Mayo headband, 2 necklaces, a cactus keychain, and that's it inside the bags.
So are these a fundraiser then, Tristan, or what is it going towards?
We're just mostly gonna donate most of the money back with
Okay.
like, most of the stuff.
Gotcha. So
Nice.
just adding to the donation to the overall donations. Okay, gotcha.
Let's see, you might have some shirts for sale. Any shirts for any merchandise you're
Working
gonna
on
have out
shirts.
there?
I'll have a few there. That I'll take pre-order.
Mhm.
I got the new Chicano Terror ones coming out. We can do them in any color you want. I made one for my brother Chris, which I didn't want to make him these colors because I'm a Florida State fan, but I got him. His is orange shirt with Miami green for the my logo,
Sounds hideous.
outlined in white. So,
Nice.
and we make them in pink. Like I said, any color we can make them. K-State colors, we can make KU colors. Any color you want, we can definitely do.
Nice. Good deal. All right. So there you go, guys. Come on out, like I said, and have a good old time. We're going to wrap this up real quick. Got a quick trivia question for you guys if you're ready for it.
Let's go.
Give you 15 seconds to think about it, and then we'll go from there. So, Vince McMahon Sr. had the WWF before Junior here, and when he got it, what was it called before? Right before that was the WWF. What was it called? What was the name of the promotion before they changed it to WWF? So I'll give you 15 seconds to think about it. Timer starts now, and we'll be right back. Okay.
All right.
What do you think it was?
It was the WWWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's
thinking
it.
too. Yep.
That's
Yep.
it. So yeah. What were you thinking, Tristan? Do you think same thing? No. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
We all had the answer.
Yeah, that's it. So that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Thank you guys all for coming out here and talking a little bit of wrestling. I know it was a quick one, but hey, we got to get this up so we can get those people out to the Taco Loco event.
That's
So
right.
you guys
Come on out.
any closing things?
Oh, come on out. It's going to be a really good time. Like I said, you get to see the Paradise Band, who's been together 48 years. You get to see Roger Ortega perform, who just recently moved back last year from the East Coast. You get to come out and see me, of course, at Chicano Terror on commentary for Fox 43 with Dane Kroll and JC Thunder. And then you get to see what color sequence jacket is Danny going to wear. I mean, this guy, he's ready to wear the gold. He's wore the purple. So what color jacket is he going to be wearing this time around? You get to come see Scarecrow, the Scarecrow, trained by the Dudley Boys. It's going to be a solid show. We have one guy that I really look forward to seeing again, and that's the illustrious Ray Leone. He's new to OCW. but he's not new to this area, and he is one of the most athletic wrestlers I've ever seen. He's got the it factor. I'll tell you that.
Good deal. Good deal.
all that and some tacos and margaritas. Woo!
Yes.
Should be a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Appreciate everything. And all listeners out there, you can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and I don't know what else we're on, but I'll link it down below. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.
All right.